Good morning. Welcome to the Windsor Star News Cafe. I'm Don McArthur. I'm here with Dylan Kristy. We got a big morning queued up for you. Fred Francis from Ward 1 and Essex mayoral candidate Bill Baker are going to join us.
Yeah, you can guarantee that we're going to talk to Fred Francis about the big kerfuffle with St. Clair College. Has he met with John Strasser? Hasn't he?
Well, exactly. Apparently, only 3 Ward 1 candidates have met with John Strasser. We're going to ask Francis about that. And a big issue in today's paper, of course, is brouhaha between Dilkens and Strasser. Dilkens hasn't gone and kissed the ring.
No, that's very true. Actually, Nelson Chen wrote the story, and he even sourced and referenced our show. Yesterday, we had Drew Dilkens come on, and when pressed, he said no. He hasn't gone in, he hasn't sat down and talked with Strasser, but as a member of City Council, he has been involved in many meetings and with many things that has indirectly or directly involved the college. Well,
exactly, because the perception out there is that the University of Windsor got all of the love and all of the money from the city, and St. Clair was left out in the cold. We've extended an invitation to Strasser. Maybe he'll come join us on the show. He can tell us about it in his own words. We'll see. We're an open forum. Lloyd Brownjohn, though, one of our municipal commentators, he didn't like it very much that Strasser came out so strongly in support of Milson, said it was not very judicious.
Yeah, very unusual, I think he said. Yeah. So it should be interesting. It's definitely a story that keeps on going. So yeah, stay tuned, see what Fred Francis has to say.
Well, exactly. Now, Labour, of course, they supported John Milson as well, and they came out with a bunch of picks. I don't know if it's good or if it's bad for these candidates. They claim they represent 27,000 union members, but of course, they can't dictate to them how to vote.
No, absolutely. So yeah, they say they have this huge reach, that they have all these members, but we're unionized. I don't know if I would take a union's recommendation.
I'm a manager now. I used to be in the CAW. Used to be in the CAW. It's one of the reasons Windsor Star reporters have good wages compared to people in other jurisdictions. Now, of course,
it's the job protection uniform now. But yeah, so it doesn't necessarily dictate how the members are going to vote. But they didn't make picks for all of the wards, which was kind of interesting, or even all of the ridings in the county. They didn't do one for wards 1, 8, or 10.
Exactly, but they picked Frank Favo in Ward 2. Gabe Maggio in Ward 3. In Ward 4, they picked Victoria Cross, and she was in here on the weekend, and boy, she speaks truth to power, Victoria Cross.
Well, as was Frank Favit, Gabe Maggio, Ward 5's Joey Wright, who's endorsed.
John S. Holmes in Ward 6.
I was going to say, I'm seeing a trend here. Maybe they went with all the people who came into the cafe.
We lead here at the Windsor Star News Cafe. In Ward 7, Jeff Kosas, and in Ward 9, Kieran McKenzie. So we'll see big Labour. They're also conducting polling to see who the public is supporting and who might need a little boost to get across the goal line.
Yep, absolutely. Coming up later today, Ward 4 candidate Chris Holt is going to hold a press conference where he's talking about that kind of purgatory, that weird area between the sidewalk and the road. I guess there's residents on Lincoln Road who have started to beautify that, who have done their own to make it pretty, and it actually might be kind of a muddled territory with the bylaw. Can they do that? Can't they? So he's looking for clarification on that bylaw.
Well, the city bylaw officers, they actually came down with a hammer and they told these people they had to remove their beautification efforts by September 30th. They got a reprieve. They're going to talk about it now on the October 6th council meeting. But the interesting thing is Holt is holding a press conference out on Lincoln Road today with the retiring incumbent, Alan Halberstadt. So does this mean Halberstadt is endorsing Chris Holt? Who knows? Or are they just united on this one issue?
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. We'll definitely be there. So check out thewindsorstar.com. We'll get it up as soon as we have it. So yeah, it's definitely something to watch, though. Of course, Halberstadt now, he was in on Saturday. You can see on our election profile pages that he is running to be a candidate for the school board.
Yeah,
school board trustee. So
exactly. Okay, later today, Fred Francis, Bill Baker. We're at the Windsor Star News Cafe.